All right, we're live officially. Hello, everybody. This is the Nothing Serious podcast, episode 4. I got in the building so far. I got a couple other people coming, but we got Miss Kalisha, Miss Callie. Then we have my boy Eric. Y'all say hello.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
Okay. All right. Well, today we're going over a multitude of topics. I'm not gonna say a multitude. There's only three, but they're gonna be some real heavy hitters. so, so my first question is this: Is it wrong for a woman to get pregnant by a guy, and the guy tells her that he doesn't want a child, and she decides to keep it anyway? Do you feel that man should be obligated to take care of that child, even though he told her he did not want a child in the beginning?
yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. One at a time. One at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Callie. Why? What do you? What is your thoughts on that? And tell me why.
He's obligated because he laid down.
Okay.
That's part of it. And if you
Okay.
didn't use any protection of any kind, guess what? It's possible. So
Okay.
if you chose not to, then you should first off, you shouldn't have laid down if you don't want no kids, because that's what it's for. I'm
Okay.
not saying that's the only reason to do it, but that's the primary reason for
Okay.
sex. So
Okay. All right. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So there's I'm gonna diagnose this question. He said he didn't want a child.
Yeah.
Well, then I mean you should have wrapped it up or took some safety precautions before you got to laying down and thinking with your dangling.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, keeping it. Well, uh, I just don't. We just don't believe in abortions.
Uh huh.
No abortions.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah. No, it's a no. I mean, you can't be you can't rock like that, man. You got to take care of your child, especially if it's yours. Yeah, you can say all that stuff all you want to, and then you get a DNA test, to for sure make sure she wasn't hoeing around. But if it's your child, that's your responsibility. You got to take responsibility as being a man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay. All right. We're gonna welcome Lamar to the podcast. What's up, Lamar, man?
What's up, man? Look at you, man. Looking out studios and stuff, man. Got the glasses on, got the specs on today.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
bro.
Yeah, brother, getting old, man. My eyes don't work like they used to.
yeah,
Keep living, baby.
Yeah.
what you say? What you talking about, Willie? What you talking about?
Oh man. Like, who you talking to?
Who you talking to?
Oh man. No, look. Okay, I'm so glad you jumped in when you did, man. Oh, hold on. Let me add Venaris, man.
Excuse me.
Okay. All right. So I got a heavy topic, man. This might ruffle
Oh, here we go.
this might ruffle some feathers, man. But I'm glad we have at least one female in here to give their spiel of how they feel, man. Okay, what's that?
Are you driving, Venars?
Nope,
What's
not me.
what's that
Hold
noise?
on. Hold on. Let me mute myself. Okay, it's
Okay.
gone. I didn't even have to mute myself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So the question is, if a man and a woman are having sex and she gets pregnant and he tells her from the beginning he don't want a child and she decides to keep it, is he wrong for not participating in the rearing of that child? Because he already told her from the beginning he didn't want a child and she decided to keep it anyway.
Did he wear a condom?
No.
Oh, well, did you ever go gambling? Have you ever gambled before?
Oh yeah.
Okay, when you gamble, sometimes you come up with snake eyes, and sometimes you come up with craps. And when you don't wear a condom, and your pullout game ain't legit, then that's the cost you take, man. You gambling, you playing Russian roulette, man. You might well go to the casino, because you toast. You toast.
Okay.
You got to be strapped, man. You got to at least be strapped, because there be a whole bunch of guys out here that that be like, okay, you know what, I can stick my big toe in the water and it's gonna be all right. But if your pullout game ain't legit,
And most of y'all aren't.
Well, I
Man.
have an ongoing joke. I remember when I was married, me and my ex-wife, we would like so our kids are like between 2 and 4 years apart, okay? And when I first started working at the hospital, I had my oldest daughter, and then we got married, and then I had my first son, and then 2 years later I had my other son, and then 3 years after that I had my daughter, and then after that my 4 years I had my youngest son. So make a long story short, after like my third son, this lady stopped me on the elevator like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fine." She's like, "So what's going on with you?" I said, "Well, we're about to have another baby." She's like, "You about to have another baby?" She's like, "You didn't leave that girl alone." I'm like, obviously she didn't want me to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and she was like, that's too many kids. I'm like, she got offended like I was the one she was the one who's gonna be taking care of it, you know? So even when you marry, that's that stigma, like you guys are having too many kids, you need to slow down and all this and all that, you know. But the joke is, even though I have 5 kids, my pullout game is strong, okay? It's strong. Just because I have 5, I've had sex way more than 5 times, okay? And I've had sex with way more than one woman 5 times, okay? So my pullout game is strong.
Well,
you know, I want to hear what Kalisha say about that. So
She already answered, but you can give them a spiel what you said, Kalisha.
I said, yeah, he's responsible. Totally and completely. Basically, like you said, most dudes pull that game, it ain't there. It ain't there. You know, sex is something that is meant for making babies. So I'm
gonna say this. That's a big decision in a short period of time.
It's a split-second decision. Yes, it is. It is. But that's part of the game. Like Lamar said, it's Russian roulette.
It's a big decision in a short period of time, man.
Yeah.
All right, Benares, what you got to say, brother?
First of all, I want to say, in conjunction to the other comments, I mean, what I was saying before, you do look like Marzel X Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Salam, man.
Where my bean pie?
It's in the oven.
All right, brother X. There's so much I can say on this subject, brother. First of all, I gotta say, ain't no such thing as a good pullout game. Okay, so let me get technical for y'all right now. Let me get technical. There's 2 things involved when a man orgasms. There's seminal fluid and there's sperm. Active sperm can be in the seminal fluid. Okay, so Well, I want to tell y'all that because once y'all first feel that feeling coming on, there may be active sperm in there. Yes, some of us have been lucky enough. I ain't got to worry about that because I got the snippety. But for those of y'all who have not, y'all still got active sperm in the seminal fluid, so y'all can get the woman pregnant. Keep in mind too, y'all. I think it's only like 12 states where you can get an abortion. But now there's some component to where they have to get it overseas, and a lot of these states that have abortions, they're blocking it. So be very careful. That's number 2. So number 3, and I don't want to get off. I really do, but then again, I don't want to get off into the abortion issue. I could talk all day
Yeah,
about
we don't want to talk about that. No, we don't want to go there.
right.
'Cause
So
that's
that's the right. So that's the other side of it. But I will say, like Lamar was saying, in conjunction with Lamar was saying, once you engage in something, you know the consequences and the outcomes of it. So therefore, if you get the woman pregnant and she wants to keep it, even though you don't want it, because that's the reason like a lot of people were saying, like, I don't think it's fair because if a woman gets pregnant, she doesn't want the baby, then she has the option to opt out and get an abortion. But men should have the option to back out too. But that's two totally different issues.
Yeah.
So that's to me, that's a weak argument. You know what I'm saying? Because that's two totally different things. So
Okay.
if a man does get a woman pregnant, whether he wants to take care of the financial responsibilities and stuff, there's still a life that has been born, that has, it's
Been
it needs to
created.
be taken care of. So that's
Yeah.
my opinion on that.
Okay, now, so I'm gonna tell you, I have a friend of mine who told me that he was dealing with a girl, and they were intimate, and how he was telling her, like we have that conversation during sex, like where you're like, oh, I'm about to come or whatever, right? So he told her that he told her he was about to come, and she wrapped her legs around him while he was trying to come. Well, why he came. So in that scenario, what do you feel about that?
Still, the fact of the matter, all he did was state something's about to happen. He didn't say that I don't want to have a child with you or something like that.
Well, they had the conversation before. They had the
Okay.
conversation before.
Well, he
That's the
should have
reason why
had a
she went
condom on.
and did what she did.
Right. Still, the fact of the matter, in the end of the day, there's a child that has been born, whether it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
If he wants to get her, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, there may have been, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like borderline without consent, you know what I'm saying? But still, the fact of the matter is, a child is born at the end of the day, whether it was through, consensual or non-consensual actions. So, how it got here is irrelevant to it being here, and it needs care. So that's my point.
Okay. All right. I get you. All right.
I got a question.
All right. That was a good topic. It was a good topic. I was telling them earlier, I gotta learn how to share my screen, but I do have a backup where I'm using my cell phone. I'm gonna play a video for you guys, and I want you guys to listen and tell me what you think
I got a
about that
question.
particular situation. Hold on, let me go here in our
Marzel.
group chat. All you guys have seen it.
Marcelo,
Yeah.
he said you got a question.
Who?
I got a question
Who got a question
about that. About the wrap the legs around.
I can't even hear. Hold on.
Oh shoot.
Let me see what's going on here. Who said they got a question?
I do.
Oh, she muted herself, or somebody muted her. Okay, Callie.
No.
Callie.
No, Eric got a question. I'm sorry.
Eric
got a question.
He not muted, so I don't know. I can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on.
I can hear him.
I can hear him too.
I can't hear him at all. Hold on.
Hey, Eric, log back out and come back in, and maybe he can let you back in.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
let
it
you back
said
in. Just back out and come right
can
back
you
in.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Because I can hear everybody else.
You can
Yeah,
hear me?
he can't hear you. No, he can't hear you, bro.
Okay.
He can't hear you. All right.
All right, I get out. I get out.
Yeah, he's gonna log out and come back in.
Yeah. Okay. All I gotta do is just hit the little red button, leave or whatever, and then come right back.
Yeah, yeah. Just hit the red button and then
Yeah. And Lamar, you can walk Mazel through the screen share, can't you?
yeah, if he's because I'm actually on my phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so I think it's a little different.
Yeah. Cause I don't even know how to do that shit on my what you call it. But I'm gonna wait for Eric to pop back in.
What you can do, Mazel, is you can get on your cell phone, like send me or Lamar the link, and through that little group text, and then one of us can screen share it. You know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna send it
Well,
to you now.
yeah, because like I said, I'm not sure if I can.
So I can send it to your to the group again.
Send it to the Facebook. Send it Facebook group.
The Facebook group. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Tracy, you don't know me, but Carl and we've been sleeping
I
together.
just sent
We were
it.
just in a car accident.
Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Let me screw around with it right quick.
And I really want Callie's input on this. Callie, you still on? Are you?
I'm
I
back.
can't hear you if you're saying
I'm
anything.
back. I just got back. Sorry. Had to step away. Had to take a call.
Callie,
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm here.
Eric, say something.
Hello?
I
Yo.
can hear.
I can't hear him. That's crazy. I don't understand why it's doing that.
I can hear Kylie and Eric.
I can't hear either one of them. That's crazy. I don't understand what's going on.
Uh-oh.
Want
me to log out and come back in?
Yeah, try to do that, Kylie.
Okay.
I don't hear Eric either.
Eric, I can hear
I got
Eric. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it get like that, man. Sometimes
It's crazy, man.
yeah, sometimes it get junked up and stuff like that. They'll be right back on though.
Yeah. Did you get the
What'd you say?
Did you get the link?
Yeah. So let me see. Share screen.
Lamar, say something.
What up? What's up?
I can hear you, Lamar.
I can't hear him. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Lamar, say something.
Yeah. Testing 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you. Can you hear him, Mazel?
No, I don't think you can hear me.
No, I can't hear him.
Oh, and see, I've shared my screen. You'll have to. Oh, there goes Kylie.
Yeah.
Kalisha, what's up, girl?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Hello, darling.
I don't hear Lamar.
What's going on? What's going on?
Much of nothing.
Man,
Lamar, hop out and hop back in.
you want me to
Like
log
Callie
out?
did.
Okay.
You might as well
Okay,
do it
I'll
twice.
hop back. All right.
What is really going on?
Yeah, I know, man. That shit's annoying, bro.
This didn't happen to me before, so don't worry about it. It happened to the best of us.
Eric. Oh, it's Eric.
Can you hear me?
Eric, say something.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear. I can't hear him, man. That's crazy. I don't understand what's going on.
I
What
think
do you want?
Marzel over there
I'm
mashing the
on
wrong button.
StreamYard.
Oh, do you have him muted?
No, I don't. He's not muted.
See it?
Marzel, do this. Do a refresh. That little circle arrow thing. Up at
Where's
the
it
top.
at? Where's it at?
Well, I'm on my laptop, so
Oops.
it'll come right back on. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so once he refreshes and stuff. Here we go.
All right. Everybody say something.
Something.
Hello?
Eric?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear
I can
nobody.
hear you, Vanaris. I can hear Callie. Lamar?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, man. I pay for this monthly subscription. They need to get that shit together, man.
Man, how much you paying? Because I know I was paying like $16 a week.
I paid $44 a month.
Yeah, that's about average.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's another topic. We're gonna
Can
get
hear.
into
I can
it.
hear, but it's like very low now.
Who's talking?
I was talking. That's Eric.
Eric's mouth's not moving. He ain't
Hello?
talking.
Yo. I
That's
can't
Eric.
hear.
I can hear Eric.
I can hear you, Eric.
It's like his picture ain't moving no more.
Oh, as long as we can hear his voice, that's all that counts.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me add
That's weird.
Lamar.
I wonder if
Okay.
he's just frozen. Eric, are you? It looks like you're frozen.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Hey, bro.
I'm up
Yeah.
in there.
Look, are you doing
I think-
the podcast? Are you doing the podcast like how often are you doing the podcast a month?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it every Saturday. The last couple of weeks has been kind of hard because my son had prom, then he had a performance, and he told me last minute, and I just couldn't do it. And then I had to work last weekend, so it was just I had a lot going on the last couple of weeks. So that's the reason
Okay.
why. So but generally it's gonna be every Saturday.
Okay, all right. Well, you keep doing what you're doing, because I'm glad I'm
Eric,
doing mine
you,
once a month.
Did he leave?
I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm
he
doing
left.
mine once a month now.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go
because-
Vanaris, I sent the video. You can
Yeah,
Screen
it's
share.
at the bottom. You have to look at the bottom of your screen and then put it up there.
the bottom of my screen. Okay.
You see
Okay.
another Vanaris Killer Crank right there.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, tell me when you want me to start playing.
Go ahead and start playing it.
Okay, here we go.
No sound.
Hold on. Why is the sound not playing? Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Slow down. Right.
Can y'all hear anything?
No.
No.
All right, hold on. Let me do it again.
Carl and I, we've been sleeping together. We were just in a car accident. It's not looking too good. Since you're his wife, you're the only one that can make medical decisions for him. Can you come to the hospital? No, I can't. I have a divorce to file.
Yeah, I don't hear
life
it.
insurance to claim.
I
see you don't know me, but Carl and I, we've been sleeping together. We were just in a car accident. It's not looking too good. Since you're his
Eric,
wife, you're the
say
only
something.
one that can make medical decisions for him. Can you
hear me?
come to the hospital?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
have a divorce to file. And
All right.
It's not
Yeah,
playing.
I heard it.
no. We heard the video.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
No, I didn't hear it, but I'm familiar with what it says, so it's all right.
So it wasn't supposed to be only 15 seconds?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
So my question, okay, I'm gonna go to Callie on this one because she's a woman, and you know, I want to get her spiel on that. Was she wrong?
I would say she's wrong because she is the wife, regardless of how she feels about him having an affair with the other person.
Uh-huh.
I would say she still needs to be there to support because she made a vow as well as he did, even though he broke that vow. She needs to still be there and help make decisions.
Okay. Do you think her reaction was wrong? I'll say that.
The way she reacted, I think she already knew. That was like, oh well. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Venaris, what's your take on it?
Well, I'm all about life and self-preservation and stuff like that. I mean, they have a history together, and I don't. I'd have to get more context, more than 15 seconds. There might have been domestic abuse of involved with that, and there might have been, some more serious may have went down before this to the point where she was like, "I don't care if he's dying, whatever, just leave him because I don't care if he's dead or not because he tried to unalive me several times." I'm not saying it is, but I guess if it's just the fact that hey he cheated on me, what they say, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. So I'm not sure about that one. I'd have to get more context. So I'll
just based off of what you see, just say that she just found out from his side chick that they got into a car accident together. Okay, just going off of that because we don't have all those variables you included, so we really can't go off of anything else besides what we see.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why I asked.
Right. I mean, if he's finna die, I mean, it's on her whether she wants to say her final goodbyes or stuff like that. So, I mean, is it like, is he gonna die if she doesn't get there and make important medical decisions?
Most
That's
likely.
That's
what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would still say she needs to be there to make that decision whether to help him or not.
Right. Because I guess sometimes in a living will situation, you need to make the decision whether to keep him plugged to the machine or whether they need a blood transfusion or things of that nature. So is that the context that I'm missing?
We don't know. That's all you get is that 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
15-second clip.
Yeah, you
have to make your own decision based off of that.
Yes.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but based off the information that we have, what would you do?
If it's a moral decision, then it can go either way with me. I'm not saying she's immoral if she doesn't show up. I'm not saying she's a moral person if she does show up. So he did do wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I hate to get in depth again, but maybe it was, she wasn't giving him some, or there was a reason for that, cheating or whatever. I don't know. Maybe she was cheating too. So I hate to make it more complicated, but for 15 seconds, I've seen so many scenarios in life where you can't make out 15 seconds. This is my thing. You can't make somebody moral or immoral just off what we see. There's too many variables involved,
Right.
So that's my thing.
Okay. All right, Lamar.
So off the visual, I'm gonna say this. I'm with Kalisha, she should be there because at the end of the day, they're not legally divorced yet. So technically, she still should be there. Was it at least, and this is gonna sound crazy, at least the side chick thought enough to call the wife?
Okay.
To be like, hey, or better yet, she didn't even have to address it the way how she addressed it.
And that's what I have a problem with.
She could have easily said, "Oh, you
He's
know,
been in an
went through
accident.
his phone, it was an accident, and said, hey, your husband is in a car accident. She ain't had to, she played herself. She shouldn't
Exactly.
even
Shit
have
with
to
anonymous.
address that she was a side chick or anything like that. So
Mhm.
should have let him make, because at the end of the day, the truth was gonna come out. You ain't have to just say what you had to say. You could just say, hey, hey, your husband was in a car accident. It could have been anybody. She could have. I saw him on the side of the road, and he's been in a car accident. Blah 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 blah, and went like that. So she didn't even have to go in depth. But
Yeah.
if I'm gonna take the visual, for what it is, at least she made the decision to call the wife and let the wife know that her spouse is in an accident.
Mm.
Right.
So, and it's a life or death situation. So
Mhm.
at least you can do that part, say that part. But as I stated earlier, she ain't had to say all that, like I'm the side chick and blah blah blah. No, she ain't had to do that. Because
Yeah.
Well, here's
because
the thing
eventually,
too.
the truth was gonna come out.
But here's the thing though, and I know I'm using real life of scenarios, but once an accident happens like that, they take the guy's ID, look in the computer, see who's the next of kin, and if she came in there with him, you'd be like, okay, who is he in relationship to you? You can say girlfriend. Is there a next of kin? Does he have blah blah blah? They will contact whoever's on that next of kin and be like, do you know her phone number? And then be like, well, here's his phone, he can go through there or whatever. So I know I'm
Mhm.
getting more complicated, and this is a fictional story, but I just need to throw those out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
why is she
But the
calling before the hospital?
but the but the real, well, yeah, that too. I most definitely agree with you, because the hospital could have called. She didn't have to go. And see that's another instance. She didn't have to call, and she didn't have to announce that she's the side chick. That's two things that she didn't have to do. Because
Yeah.
because even if the fact that she took him to the hospital, she could have lied and say, oh well, I saw this guy on the side of the road, or I'm his sister, or something, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. Like I said, we're gonna take the visual for what it's worth.
I say the guilt was eating her up for one. Y'all keep talking about she could have lied. Why lie about it? She been lying all this time. So she called the wife and said, look, this is what's happening.
The woman to woman. That what she did, woman to
Hello, may I
woman.
speak to Barbara?
I'm gonna play that song when we
Shirley.
get out. Woman to woman.
Yeah. That's
so
what I believe probably was the situation.
Okay.
There ain't no need to lie about it now, because guess what? She gonna be at the hospital when she get there. And she gonna ask her
yeah,
then, who are you? Why are you here with my husband?
yeah.
Exactly. That's gonna be a whole bunch of questions about
Mhm.
that,
Right,
man.
and that's what I said. The truth gonna come out eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't start. How you say you've been lying long enough? Gotta tell the truth. We was leaving the hotel and we got hit by a 18 wheeler. you know.
That, like, we just got done screwing and
Hey, 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 she let me hit that, then I got hit by a car. Ain't that coincidental?
Exactly. Karma.
or what would be worse is if, like, she was like, well, I was giving him roadhead and he lost control.
Dude,
Hold up. Would
dude,
it really be worse?
dude,
From
dude,
roadhead to head on.
dude. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's
Oh,
wrong, man.
Man, that's just crazy, man. That's
yeah.
crazy.
But it happens probably more than we think.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna share this next video to the group. Hold on one second.
You can send it to me. I could screen share it. Just let me know when you send it.
I just sent it.
Okay. And pause this.
Nice.
Let me screen share. Alrighty. Share screen. Facebook share. Alright. It's down there if you want to. Alright. Let me press play. Hold on.
You and the relationship is over, and you need to come to terms with your new reality right fucking now. Here's what you need to understand about women. If you catch your woman cheating on you, she done fucked another man, she been talking to another man for an extended period of time, she is fucking gone up here mentally. She doesn't feel empathy for you. She doesn't feel bad for you. And she doesn't feel bad about what the fuck she did. The only thing that she feels bad about is that you caught her. And now that you caught her, you no longer see her in the light that you used to see her in. But she don't fucking feel bad about cheating on you. And you men need to stop this bitch ass fucking shit of thinking that you can get into her mind and see it fucking differently. You guys can have the relationship that you used to have. That's the stupidest fucking thing for you to think. And that bitch ass shit typically runs in the bloodline. So I can't even blame you. I can't even blame you or really judge you for thinking this shit. Now, disclaimer, I understand if you guys are married, you got assets together, you got businesses together, it was damn near better for you guys just to be separated but still married legally. I'm not talking about you motherfuckers. But for the everyday man, everyday individual, walk the fuck away and have some goddamn self-respect, because what you don't understand is for her to fucking cheat on you with another man, she doesn't respect you as the primary man in her life, and she's no longer in love with you. And also she had to talk bad about you and convince herself in her mind that you the motherfucking villain and you no good for her. And she had to talk shit about you to the next man to put herself in a position to where she can start fucking him. So the relationship is fucking over. Come to terms with that. Have some goddamn self-respect and walk the fuck away. I don't give a fuck if you got kids. I don't give a fuck if y'all been together for 10 years. Fuck that shit. Relationship is over. And if you're struggling with it, you're trying to figure out how to move forward, send me a DM. Let's see if I can help you. I'm going to send you an automatic link from a message to my one-to-one coaching application, and we can go from there. If she cheats.
Okay.
I thought I was listening to Tupac, man. Talking about Biggie.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I was closing my eyes. I was like, I thought I was listening to Tupac. Get money. Get money.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Jesus.
Ooh, I got
Dude.
Hey, on this one.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me about it.
Okay. All right. All right. Benares, I'm gonna start with you.
All right, here's the thing. Even I've learned this. I'm not saying all women, Kalisha, so don't jump down my throat. But even when a woman makes, if you dating her and she was like, I think we need to see other people, or wouldn't you be happier with somebody else, and blah blah blah. That means she already made plans, or probably already sleeping with somebody else. So there's nothing you can do, and a lot of women have disconnects with men. You might be a season to them. You might be temporary for several different reasons. You might have been there for a certain purpose. You know, you might be the rebound dude. You might have been dude for a number of reasons. But once she's made that decision, she's already moved on and stuff like that. And there was a comedian that said that if you catch a woman cheating, she wanted you to catch her because women ain't that sloppy. You know what I'm saying? So I will say, yeah, have some dignity. You're not going to change her mind, you know, all that stuff. So it hurts, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you might have found that baddie, what they call them nowadays. I hate that term baddies, but you know, that's what they call it nowadays. And you just got to take what the young folks say, take the L and keep on trucking. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 10 cents about it.
I would have to agree with you. But I think that sometimes, well, by the time you find out she's cheating, yeah, like you said, she been gone. And she lays it out there. Make sure you hear it. She stopped going into the bathroom or to the other room to talk, sit right there and talk to somebody. You know, but like you said, take the L and keep on moving.
Lamar?
Yeah, basically, I agree with everybody. Like I said, I mean, if it's not kids, or even if it is kids involved, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Those are the words of Kenny Rogers.
Yep.
And so, at times, you know, I mean, you already kind of know what time it is because you know you're not spending as much time together, you know, as you used to, and you know things just went to shit. So now you know you just need to just think you better let it go because it's another love TKO.
Right.
All right. A shout out to the Just Like Music podcast. Okay.
I'm making references by not making references, if that makes sense.
All right. So this is my spiel on it. Women and men, they cheat for different reasons. Men are more for the physical aspect. We see something that we're attracted to and we will risk it all just to get a piece of that tail. Women, they have to be emotionally involved to open their legs for a guy. You know what I'm saying? Most women. Not gonna say all.
Not all. I'm gonna say not
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Most women have to be emotionally attached to a guy to open their legs if they're with another guy. So if that guy has access to her in that way to try to, you know what I mean, and in that way having sex with her, then she already has mentally gone out the relationship to even go there. So I totally agree with him when it comes to saying that, you know, one, she don't respect you, and then two, you know, you need to get on out of there because it's not really no coming back from that. Because a woman cheats on me, I look at it as I went to McDonald's, opened up my Big Mac, and seen somebody take a bite out of it. I don't want that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want it. Take this back. Give me my money back.
That's you know what that analogy.
But don't you think that's the same way
it
women
makes
feel?
sense though.
Huh?
Don't you
What'd
think
you
that's the
say?
same way women feel when y'all cheat?
I understand, but see, the difference is with the. I'm not saying that's right on either scenario. I'm not saying it's right, more right for a guy than it is for a woman. But the thing is, for a woman, you have been conquered by another man. You've been conquered by another man. Okay.
Maybe she conquered him.
Yeah, but the general act of sex is the person who's being penetrated is the one supposed to be getting conquered. Okay, so you know
You
that's
stupid.
just my take on it. So I would definitely look at her differently. I just like I couldn't stay. I've been there, done that, not again. The like
Like-
cheating on me is a deal breaker.
So you couldn't be like on The Best Man and still marry her after you knew.
No, that hoe was canceled. I'm sorry.
Okay, New Jack City. Okay, New Jack City.
I'm sorry.
Boy,
That's
you
okay.
out for that one.
So what about these? And now I'm not saying this is right either, but some people be like, well, you cheated on me, I'll let you cheat on somebody else, and they just constantly cheat on each other, you know. And some people do it, you know, because it's too hard to find a new relationship. And to me, it seems like, you know, couples like that, they're just based on their relationship is based on sex in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, be like, well, you cheated on me, I'm gonna cheat on my boyfriend, and then they just blame fingers back and forth, and they be like, okay, well, we're cool, we even now.
That sounds like an episode of Will and Jada Smith.
Man. It's called entanglements.
With
It's called
August. With August.
August entanglements. Man.
Oh, hey, you keep his wife's name out your mouth.
Oh man. You know what? Let me ask y'all a question. Now, I'm gonna piggyback off of that what you just said. So I'm sure you all have seen the infamous slap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So do you think that Chris Rock handled that right, or do you feel like he should have done something?
Oh,
I think
my
he handled
God.
it appropriately for the occasion.
One at a time though. One at a time.
Oh, I would say I think he handled it appropriately for that particular occasion.
Mhm.
But if he was out on the street, I would have knocked his tail out.
Why for that particular occasion?
Because one is broadcasted it was being broadcast,
Right.
and it wasn't the proper venue to whoop Will Smith in front of everybody.
And Chris Rock said it best. My mama said you don't argue and fight in front of white people. You know
That
what I'm
right
saying?
there.
And then the way I interpreted that, he was already a professional. Will Smith, and this was Will Smith's moment, and you know he was doing King, whatever his name was for
King
the
Richard
and everything. This was a time for him to really shine and show how much of an icon he could have been. Of course,
Right.
some say he did it for his wife or whatever. That's irrelevant. But when he was attacked, Chris Rock maintained his composure. He didn't even like rub his face or anything like that. And he showed how much he could keep his composure and stuff like that. He probably looked at Jada and be like, yeah, that's the reason why he actually did that. You know what I'm saying? And he kept going. So to me, Chris Rock has always been my favorite comedian. I love his style and everything. So he showed me how much of a professional he can be. So yes,
Right.
he handled that perfectly.
Right.
Okay. Lamar?
Yeah, I mean, he handled it in the way how he should have. As Kalisha said, that he didn't do it because at the end of the day, it's all about reputation, and so unfortunately, Will was not thinking about his reputation at the time. He was going off of pure emotion because his significant other, I'm not going to call wife, but significant other looked at him kind of crazy about a joke. And the thing about it is that you know, from what I've learned about that, the whole thing is that from a different camera view, after Chris Rock made the joke, Jada laughed for a moment. And then you know how you read the room, and you go along with the joke, and then you laugh, and then after a while, you know, you be like, wait a minute, wait 1 minute. I don't think I should be laughing at this joke. And so the media portrayed as it was what it was, but Will did not think. He thought with his emotion, and it has burned him at the end. Jada still can go anywhere, do an interview, and talk stuff about Will Smith. And that's the same thing I was telling my cousin the other day, that Jada to me is a narcissist, because she can go on there and she could talk about Will and her and him not being in the same house, and they not sleeping in the same bed, and this, that, and the third. And Will's reputation is shot. Like, Will can never come back to the Oscars. If Jada produces or in a big movie, guess who can come back to the Oscars? He can't.
Jada.
He can't.
Yeah. Well, he only got banned for 10 years.
Okay, well, by that time,
that long.
right. So, but at the end of the day, his reputation got shot. Like, I think for a while, people quit playing the song "Summertime."
Never.
And like, so his reputation is shot, you know, regardless of what he does, because now it's a mental aspect of him. So, but the slap itself, Chris handled it the way how he should have handled it. I'm with Kalisha. You know, if it was in a different venue, not around quote unquote white people, and I hate to say that, but where they were at that particular time, he did the right thing to keep it moving, to keep the show moving. And so I applaud him for doing what he did.
Yeah. I give Chris a lot of credit. It's a lot of us who wouldn't have been able to keep our composure in that type of situation. I know I wouldn't, probably at this point in my life, I wouldn't be able to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like bullies, man. I don't like bullies. It just takes me to a different headspace, when someone threatens me or feel like they can, do anything they want to do with me, and I'm not going to do anything about it. So, I'm on the fence when it comes to that. I just don't like. I don't like bullies. That was an act of a bully, man. He felt like he could do that shit to him. He wouldn't have did that to no other comedian. I want to see him try that. He wouldn't have tried that with Eddie Murphy.
Heck no.
He wouldn't have tried that. He wouldn't have tried that with what's his name? Like somebody like Earthquake or even Chris's brother. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have tried that.
But this goes back to what we was talking about earlier. Once you move on, he already know his wife been cheating on him. And a lot of people were saying, he tried to make himself look better, because everybody had this idea that Will Smith, what was that in what's the name of that Undercover Brother movie? I like Will Smith. He raps happy. So everybody looked at him as this weak, non-tough guy. And I know his wife was, excuse me, y'all, I got something down my throat. But anyway, a lot of people saying that, he did that for his wife to look tougher in front of his wife. But he already knew his wife was cheating on him. He should have took the L from that long time ago. And she still cheated on him the same night, even though he made a fool of himself for his wife to look tougher. It probably didn't do no good whatsoever. And his wife still cheating on him and stuff like that. So, that was my perspective on that, whether he did it for whatever reason he did it for. You know what I'm saying? For his wife, or to make himself look tougher and all of that stuff like that. I don't know. You can't do nothing once a woman then moved on and she doing all, Tupac, I miss Tupac and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You and Tupac didn't even have a relationship like that. Stop it.
Right. So I don't know. I love Will Smith. He's one of my favorite actors that have ever lived. But you know, he was still wrong for that. I think that he tried to do it. He didn't do it just to. He did it try to get his wife to like him again. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it didn't work. You know,
It was an epic fail.
epic
Yes.
fail. That's what it
Yes.
was.
And it came back to bite him in a lot of ways, man. But the
Mhm.
thing is, one thing I will say about Chris is that he decided not to press charges. You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to push him to press charges, and he said
Right.
no. Now I don't know if this is I was doing a YouTube search and I was searching like did Chris Rock and Will Smith ever have like a conversation? And they showed that they had a conversation, but I don't know if it was AI or not. Do
I
y'all know
want to
anything
say
about
they
that?
did.
And it was like, you know, recorded, like, you know, they had it on there. I'll have to share it to the group. But I just think that that's, you know, it's one of those tough situations, man. You know, so a man slaps you, that's people have died for shit like that, okay? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's one of the most disrespectful things you can do to someone, you know, one of them.
Yeah, but Chris Rock said it though. He was like, "What am I supposed to do?" This dude played Ali. He a super tough guy, even though he plays nice. He's like, "What am I supposed to do when he slaps me?" You know what I'm saying? It's not like he could have fought him back. You know what I'm saying? He would have definitely lost. You know, I don't. Why wasn't security when they saw him walking up there looking all mean and stuff? Why didn't somebody walk up there and
Well,
try to?
he didn't look mean. He looked regular when he walked up there.
I think they probably thought it was part of the act.
They probably thought it was, you know, everybody said they thought it was a bit. They didn't think that it was actually real.
Right.
Because when I saw it, I thought it was just them, you know, joking around.
Man,
Wow.
I remember that night just like it was yesterday. My wife and I, we were actually watching it, and so I immediately got on Twitter because I was like, I wonder was this real or was, you know,
Yeah.
or was it staged? And so a lot of people in the audience, a lot of people on, well, it was Twitter at the time. They was like, ooh. So I was like, oh my gosh, that was real. And
Yeah.
so, you know, but like I said, man, he fought, he tried to fight for this woman's honor, and this woman didn't even care about him. That's the same thing about the video. Bernard said right. The video that you just showed, you could have might as well shown that video because it's the same situation. He'd been trying to be the hero to her for so many years, and you know he need to take that L and move on. Like I mean, Will Smith ain't like everyday people like us. Hell, you can move on. Your kids grown, and everything. You know, you can keep your dignity and go on about your business. But he still want to be married to this woman, and this woman don't care nothing about him, and probably never will. You know, so it is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's a little crazy, man. I don't know, man. I couldn't have done it, but I give him all the credit in the world, man, to say that, you know, he handled it the right way, you know, the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was something else that I was looking for to talk about. I had seen it. Huh? What you
I'm possibly gonna have to get up out of here. I gotta head to my sister's and I gotta drop my mother-in-law off. So I could possibly still remain on mute. And you know, until everything and you know, if you guys still on. So I'm gonna put my headset in and I'll come in when I can.
Okay. Well, I have it right now. I just found it. Okay. something. What is something that makes someone instantly unattractive to you? Say you see a beautiful woman or a nice looking guy walking across the street, and this one thing just totally turns you off from that person. What is that one thing?
For me, acting ghetto, and you can interpret that however you want
Sexy
to.
red. If I thought sexy red,
You saw sexy red.
Real.
I said
yeah.
I said if you seen them and you thought they were attractive at first.
Well,
Well, no, because she was never attractive.
Exactly.
She was never attractive.
Exactly.
So
looking good from afar, but far from good.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's the attitude. You know,
Okay.
especially if she's any older than if she's in her 20s, then I can kind of excuse somewhat. But once you above 30 years old and you still clicking your teeth and nigga and motherfucking, just all ghetto and loud and unsophisticated, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You can't contribute nothing. I know I'm stereotyping, but I don't want the negative energy, with me. You know what I'm saying? So I need a woman I can talk to. I can take around other people. Why would you want that type of negative energy? You know what I'm saying? If it's a smash fest, just give her $40 and go on about your business, But no, that's just to me.
Okay, Callie.
Something that that makes it okay. Let me get my thoughts together.
Say you see a guy, you find him attractive, and then he does this one thing that just throws all that attractiveness out the window.
I would actually have to say improper English. If it's just seeing it for the first time, because you can look good, but you say something stupid, or just say something just out of text to me, I can't hear you anymore. It's like my sensors just turn off. It hurts my nerves.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, but
what Kalisha, what if you meet a nice man from our home of Mississippi and he used some yonk twos and all them kind of things?
Some
yonk twos.
Look, that would turn me off because I don't know what you're saying. I would like, and I do just like the what? I give you a chance to explain yourself, but no.
I'm gonna go to the store, yonk two,
Oh man.
Some things I can get over, but if I have to always try to decipher what you're telling me, no.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I would find unattractive. A girl could be nice looking as hell, fine, but if her breath don't smell right or her body don't smell right, I'm gonna be instantly turned off.
Teeth.
Yeah,
your teeth are raggedy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Oh, that too, man. Man, I can tell you a story. I used to work at this restaurant called Old Country Buffet, and I was the carver. I was the one who carved the turkey and the ham and the roast beef on Sundays. Okay, and it was
we call you the meat man.
Yes. Well, they called me that for more than one reason.
I
anyway,
I knew it. I knew you.
But anyway. So I saw this young lady, man. I was like 19 or 20. She was so pretty, man, in the face. Okay. And she had a nice body and everything. I was like, oh my God. She came up to me and asked me for some meat. And she smiled at me. Why all of her teeth in the front was rotted. I just couldn't. I automatically got turned off. I was like, no, I can't even holler. And I'm like, you know, the horror in me was like, just bend her over and hit it from the back. but
You stupid. You stupid.
but,
You stupid.
But he's telling the truth.
But see, the thing is, like, I'm a lover, man. Like, I like to kiss and all that stuff. I like to kiss.
Oh, I thought I told you. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yes. I want to experience, you know, the love making part of the whole act, and I like to kiss during. And I couldn't. There's no way that I could have brought myself to kiss her in the mouth after seeing all her teeth like that. I was like, nah. I didn't even holler at her. I was just like, let her go, man. And she tried to talk to me years later, and I just wouldn't. Her teeth still was jacked up. I just couldn't.
That
do
reminds me. You remember that movie, Don't Be a Menace in South Central? And then he was talking to that woman at the party, like, what's your name? She was like, LaQuanda. And he was like, woo. And then she keep digging in her nose and farting and all kind of stuff. So you don't want a LaQuanda.
Oh my God. He's done this again.
Oh. Now he done gone.
He must. No, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, old LaQuanda, I do remember that.
Remember that movie?
I don't remember the movie because I only saw it once because it was too stupid.
Yeah, it just went mute for a reason. I don't know why. But you said she was digging her nose and farting and stuff, and then what?
Yeah, in that movie. You remember Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
That scene right there. So you don't want a LaQuanda.
No, definitely not, man. That just, you know, I just couldn't feel in that, man.
Oh, what is the I'm gonna get you sucker when she started taking all her body parts off.
Oh yeah. She's like, don't make me hop after you.
Get that little hop.
Oh man. Looking back at that movie, man, like I saw that scene again when I got older, and I didn't realize like he had lied to her about his penis size. He was like, I got 10 inches. And then when they got to the house, he's like, yeah, I don't really have 10 inches. And she's like, that's okay. And she's like, because you see this hair? This is not mine. She took it off and threw it. And she said, you see this voluptuous ass? And she took it off and threw it on the table. Oh man, hilarious, man.
That was on Fresh Prince too, when he was stuck in the basement with Tisha Campbell.
Here. You take it.
Yeah. And then he had a wig on his head. He was trying to be like Prince.
Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, hilarious.
Yes.
Another turn off you have to look at nowadays. If you talk to a woman, you find out the woman has the same parts that we have.
Well, I'm talking about just in general, just a woman who was born a woman and all that stuff. That's right.
A biological woman.
Yeah, a biological.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, we're living in some crazy times now.
Man, I had sent to you know what's crazy? We said I had sent to the group. No, it wasn't me. I think it was maybe Venaris sent the Mr. Rogers thing saying that he could never he could never be on TV nowadays because so many people get offended by the smallest things, man. Like, and the thing is, everything that he's saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
Right. People get mad about it. Like, how you gonna get mad about something that's fact?
Right.
Exactly. And I'm like, it's just I don't want to get off on this discussion, but you can't even define what things are nowadays. Nothing has any definition. It's whatever you want it to be. And I'm like, how you gonna argue down something you can't define? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, You know, oh, and another thing, well, I guess will be a turnoff for me too with women. If they talk about me taking care of them financially too
Oh my
early, or they
God.
say they tell me all their problems, we ain't been talking about a week or two. And they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. Yeah, well,
Me
maybe
either.
the same thing you was doing before you met me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I've
like,
always
you shouldn't be dating. Why are you on a dating website or going out with me and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Trying to date somebody if you know you got all these problems. That's my
they
question.
hungry.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
need
look,
a meal.
let me tell you something. It's funny you say that, Kelly, because I met a chick. Well, I met a chick like a couple of years ago, and she I met her on a dating app, and so we exchanged numbers and everything, and I was trying to get her to go out with me. Make a long story short, she was bullshit, and she wasn't really serious about going out and meeting up and all that stuff. So we just stopped talking.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm on a dating app this year, and I come across her profile again, and I liked it. And she responds like, "Don't I know you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we know each other." I said I tried to get you to go out on a date with me, but you wasn't serious about going out. And she's like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, nah." I'm like, "Are you really serious this time?" And she said, "Oh my God, what did I do?" And I told her. And then, make a long story short, we end up um, exchanging numbers again. And then she ended up asking me one day, like right before I was about to pick my kids up, like what I was doing. I said nothing right now. She's like, "Well, let's meet up for some ice cream." I'm like, "Okay, we can do that." We went to Cold Stones. Went to Cold Stones. The first thing that she asked me when we were in there, she was like, "What do you want to eat inside or outside?" I was like, "Well, we can eat inside." She's like, "No, I want to go outside."
Okay.
So why did you ask me which one that I wanted to do if you was gonna choose what you really wanted to do? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Right,
that was the first turn off. The second
right.
one was we finished we finished our ice cream, and she was like, "I'm about to go to Five Below. You want to come in there with me?" And I'm like, "I guess." And she's like, "Well, when you in there, can you buy me something?"
Negative.
I was like, I said, "Depends on what it is." Because everything in there is five or below. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it depends on what
Not no
it is.
more.
No, that's like the dollar store. Ain't the dollar store no more.
Yeah, right. So I go in there, and so she picks out a couple of items. It rings up to over the amount that she said she was gonna spend, and then she's like, "Well, I didn't realize this was that much," and they end up taking one of the items off, and she was trying to get them to give her because I'd already paid. She was trying to give them to get her a gift card for the balance. And I was like, I was just sitting there watching. I ain't saying nothing because it's not like I spent a lot. It's just like I'm just sitting there watching her trying to scheme. And she was like, the lady was at the counter was like, "No, the money's going to go back on the card that was purchased. We're not going to get a gift card for it." And she's like, "Oh, okay, well that's fine."
Wait a minute. So you bought it on your card and she tried to
Yes,
return it?
yes, and yes,
That's classic.
yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a schemer, totally.
Oh yeah. And every time, and then I started noticing she she would hit me up, and it's like, "Hey, you want a link?" And I'm like, "Well, link where?" And she's like, "I'm at the Mexican restaurant. You should come up here with me." I'm
Oh,
not
she
about to
went.
buy you. I'm not about to buy you Mexican food, man. Then she gonna hit me up another time, like, "Hey, you want a link? Let's go get some breakfast." I'm like, she must think I'm the food guy or something. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I told her no both times. And the reason why I told her no is because, for one, I was picking up on what she was doing, and then two, because I literally had just got off of work and I wasn't trying to go anywhere and do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I work
Mm-hmm.
third shift. I work overnight, so you know I sleep while my kids are at school, and I'm not trying to be all out and all that stuff. I need to give me some rest. So
That's crazy.
so yeah, but yeah, she was trying me, man. I'm just like, I'm not. No, we're not about to do that.
That's funny.
That, yeah.
Yeah. And
I know
nowadays,
Bernard. I about to say, I know Vanaris. I know you didn't came across some stuff. You didn't told me some stories.
man, I came across a lot of this, and you've had similar stories where it's the
Yeah.
first date and they be like, well, you want to go to Chili's? Do I look like a Chili's type woman? You better take me to, yeah,
Really?
that kind. And you better take me to the one with $50 a plate and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
One woman even told me, she was like, if you want to go out with me, make reservations at this hibachi steak place and then tell me when it's gonna be there. And if a woman really likes you, you could go to the park and y'all can make sandwiches or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm
We can
saying?
meet at Starbucks, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
don't have
what's
to.
wrong with these women these days.
See, and the thing is,
That's
and I date in a certain order now. Like I used to go and take girls to these nice restaurants. I'm not gonna say, I mean, they're nice to me because if you're gonna spend $30 plus a plate,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a easy $100 bill. You know what I'm saying?
right.
If you buying drinks and all that stuff too, if I spend $100 plus and I don't even like you like that, I'm not. No, I'm like, we gonna do a cheat date. We can go and grab some drinks, and just chop it up and talk. We can go to a park like Vanara said. We can go to Starbucks, grab some coffee. You don't have to go and spend or break the bank on someone that you're not even interested in.
Right. I mean, so you're trying to get to know somebody. I
Yeah,
don't expect you to spend your full paycheck on me. Not on the first date.
yeah,
No.
I'm not real picky with food. I'm a picky eater, so you don't have to go anywhere like spectacular.
yeah.
I need it to be somewhere nice. It don't have to be black tie, nothing like that. Chili's is fine for a first date.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cheesecake Factory is good for a first date because it has a variety of items.
Yeah.
It's different stuff you can choose from, and that's what I look at. I'm not trying to go to a steakhouse and I know you don't eat steak.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
like one of my girlfriends. She loves Papados, but she always orders chicken because she don't eat. She's allergic to seafood. I'm like, why?
Why are you going to Papados? You can go anywhere else and do that.
Because
And Papados is good too, man.
it's all right.
expensive.
They don't went downhill a little bit. For me.
I haven't been in like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy. No, it's probably been about 4 years. Been 4 years since I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay. But with a lot of women nowadays, they have this perception that their self-worth is tied to the amount of money that a man spends on them. So if they have this perception that if we go on a free date, you must think I'm some type, and I get sick of hearing this. You must think I'm some kind of whore. And I was like, no. Okay, so what we got to do? You got to take me out and spend $150 every date, and you got to be 4 dates, and then we can have sex. I was like, so I'm still exchanging money for sex. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that dude on the Boondocks says. He's like, instead of taking these women out, why don't you just give them the money? They can buy their own groceries, and
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It eliminates the middleman. You get to right where you trying to get, but at the same time, who wants to pay for sex all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like
all the time, anytime.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, like Bernard said, like we are in a way paying for it. Even if we take you on dates, you're spending money.
It's
to
prepayment.
Is to get to that ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? But I don't,
like a gamble.
Yeah.
So it's like either long-term prostitution or short-term prostitution. So you just give them $40. That's the short term. Long term is to take them out on dates.
Yeah.
And people can't be that naive. And the women know that that's one of the main things that I'm not saying a lot of men do want to make a connection, but a lot of women don't have conversation. You know what I'm saying? It could be different if we're actually clicking and we have stuff in common and stuff like that. But a lot of these, snap your finger type women, they ain't got no conversation. So it's like, well, I got to enjoy myself some kind of way. Let's at least have sex. And, all this, and they be talking about men is boring, but I was like, you don't have nothing to add to the conversation. You know, I brought up 15 topics. You don't have nothing to say about nothing. You know,
and that's when you cut the date short and say thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Have a good night. Like how you say God bless, good night.
Yeah. Thanks for the good time. Yeah. You know, it's we talk about it several times on here. Like dating is just different. It's hard. You know, the expectations are different and all that stuff now than it was a long time ago. You know, it's just like I'm not motivated to spend a lot of money on somebody that I may not even be interested in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might do something to turn me off. I don't even want to deal with you no more. And I didn't spend all this money for us to go to this nice restaurant, and I don't like you as a person.
Right.
And then on top of that, the fact that I don't like you as a person, I done wasted this money, and then I ain't getting no ass at the end of the night. It was a waste. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Ooh, I tell you, it's hard out here.
It is.
It is.
And I'm not saying that when you take a girl on a date, you expect to have sex that first time. I'm not saying that. You know, I know I know it's a gradual thing, but I think after 3 to 4 dates, you know, talking about sex or getting close to having sex should be on the table. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. If you go on 3 dates, how long are you guys talking in between those 3 dates? You see what I'm saying? Like on average, you're going to meet them on the weekend, right? You're going to go out on a date on the weekend. And it might take you a couple weeks before you see them for the second date. And then a couple more weeks before you see them the third date. And then maybe a week after that, the next time. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on how y'all schedules align and all that. And during that time, you guys are talking.
Right.
So we're talking about 6 weeks possibly of dating. You know, I feel like, you know, if we're getting connected and we're talking that long, you know, sex should be around the corner. I'm just saying. You know?
6 weeks, really?
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yes, that's a long time.
No, it's not.
If you're going, I'm talking about if you're going on dates consistently.
I know, but that's not a long time. I guess I'm different. I guess.
Yeah,
well,
but okay. Look up this. How on average, how long after you meet someone is the first time that you have sex? It might be a little longer because you're a little bit older, but on average, 3 to 4 dates is usually when sex happens.
I guess. I'm like Joan. I have a 3-month rule. You got to work.
Kalisha, let me ask you this. I'm glad we got a female because there's a thing that a lot of men have said is that within the first 10 minutes of a woman meeting a man, she already know whether she want to sleep with him. Is that true?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, all women know. They know when they give you their number if they want to sleep with you or not.
It's the same as you guys. Y'all know y'all used to have that It's the initial attraction that gets you.
Yes.
But it's the how you treat me.
And
gets you the draws.
A lot of times, I'm gonna tell you something, Bernard. Me, you had this conversation before. A lot of times, women will be all for sleeping with you until you say or do something stupid. Men will talk themselves out of the draws every time. The less you say, the higher chances you are going to be able to sleep with this particular lady. And that's why I said 3 to 4 dates. I'm telling you. The average is 3 to 4 dates. It's all about what you say within that first date all the way until you sleep with her, if you're going to sleep with her or not. It's all about what you say in that time.
Okay. Now you says yes, Kalisha says no, but I will say this. This is my opinion, because I think you have brought that question up a while back. there was a dude that, you know how these women talk about, you know, if you want to get to know me, we better go to Cancun and stuff, fly me out to Cancun. And this dude flew her out and got mad because she didn't give him none when they got to Cancun or Jamaica, and he left her there. You know what I'm saying? And so I would say that, you know, if I'm taking you overseas somewhere, you know, number one, that means we've already had sex, probably a few times, you know what I'm saying? Or when we get there, we have to understanding, yeah, this is gonna be our first time. But I don't, to me, that if I take a woman overseas, it's gonna be my fiance, or it's gonna be on my honeymoon. So
yeah, he was dumb to expect her to have sex with him going overseas. Like, you know, even though you going overseas, that costs some money and all that stuff. But I would, before I even took her, we would have had some kind of sexual encounter before then. I wouldn't have took her. Nah, hell no. That was dumb as hell.
Well, yeah, that's crazy. I don't. I guess like I said, I must be different.
Yeah,
I don't expect sex in exchange for a meal. I'm sorry. If that's the case, guess what? I could probably do it myself.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
but that's another topic.
I mean, hold up, I can cook and cook well.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah.
Hey, well, email me some food.
Oh man. Well, look, I'm gonna have to end the podcast because my battery is low. It didn't charge as much as I wanted it to. So before we leave, does anybody want to say anything, give any shout outs or anything like that?
Yep. I'm trying to share something right now. Just share that right quick if you could.
Okay, I just hit it. Hold on. All right, there we go.
All right. So I've been working on this animated version of The Legend of Gomoroy. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to release the first episode in it. It's totally 100% kid friendly. So if you got your parents and you want to share with your kids and watch this, it's totally, legit. It ain't got no cussing, no sex in it. So it's going to be tonight on my podcast or on my what's the name? What you call that? My YouTube channel, Killer Crane Crane Style Forever Productions. You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
it's right next to my name and stuff.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So y'all check that out tonight.
All right. Cool. All right, Kalisha.
I have nothing. Just
okay. All right.
It was good. Yeah. Do it again next week.
Yes. I really enjoy having you guys on, man. You guys, I like the comedy, and I like the everybody's laid back, cool, and we say what's on our minds, and it's not scripted or nothing like that. I love every aspect of it, man. You guys, I appreciate your support and everything. So we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yep.
All right. You guys have a good day, and thanks for joining the Nothing Serious podcast. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
You do the same.
Hey, take it easy, brother.
All right.
Bye.